Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Yes, upgrade your life with the Communal. Welcome to another Mikey Life program. How are you doing today? It was a rainy day today, boy. I don't know how some people made it. Being outside and having to deal with all that rain. Had it been me on the outside, I don't know, boy. It was just a lot of rain. So I feel it, or I felt it then for a lot of people who had to be outside, whether it is that you're in the construction industry or you had to go to school and coming out from school. And listen, it was a hectic day, I'm sure, for a lot of people. We'll talk more about that in a moment. The death of a father and son is causing some confusion, and there's one family member who seeks to clear the air. Also, we're going to talk about the major flooding experienced island-wide. Multiple accidents reported as well. And the Prime Minister Mitchell, he's trying to scoop political points, says union representative. And a wanted man has been captured by police. We have all of that and more to talk to you about. There were some fishermen who were said to be missing. Well, we understand that they've been found. That was a couple of days ago, and we just wanted to update you on that. But we have a lot more to tell you about on the program tonight. We're going to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digital Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket. We've also got Infinite Contractors on board as well. So, folks, yes, we're taking a break and come back. And when we come back, it will be real news in Olelili Lolo. So, brace yourselves. We will be back. If you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the business. Share the business so that other people get to know that we are live. We'll be back. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PT-INR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Welcome back on the program, and of course we get straight into what's making the news for tonight. And the first thing that we have to tell you about, we've got an update from the police regarding Glendon, Francis. You know, the police say that they would like to extend appreciation to the general public for your assistance in locating Glendon Francis, who was recently reported wanted. Mr. Francis was apprehended and is currently assisting police with their investigation. So, of course, they again would like to say thank you very much for your assistance. Well, several areas reported flooding today, boy, and the students of some schools, and it was tough, and we're going to share some things with you in a moment. But the Met Services continue to monitor. They see two systems, a tropical wave and an area of low pressure located about 870 miles east of Bermuda, and it has become a little better organized today according to reports. Now, the River Road area is among the areas affected by the flooding, and it caused a major challenge for pedestrians and for students as well as the motoring public. You understand? Then it brings in the question as to, well, what are we doing in the River Road? What was this all this construction and all this flood mitigation thing all about? Shouldn't it be a better situation for the people in that particular area? No. Well, the resident engineer on the St. John River flooding mitigation project is Winston Gabriel, and he highlights the major problems in package 2 and the solution.
All right, well, basically we are standing in what is package 2 of the project. As you can see, all the walls in package 2 are completed. The only flooding in this area came from these culverts which we are standing on, because once the level in the river rises, the water will backflow into these culverts. However, we have already issued instructions and orders have already been placed for flap gates, which would shut the river off from coming into the culvert. And when the river level goes down, the water from the inside will just open the culverts and flow out. Package 1 we have...
Okay, and now what he's saying that the continued rain is delaying the progress of the project.
Package 1 we have, well, we are hindered from continuation of construction because of the rains. As you notice on the roadside, we have built some walls. We need to backfill so we can move the residents so that we can continue. But the rains have been causing big delay for us on that. I think there was a question also from the ministry with respect to the area by the cemetery. The cemetery, that's further down. As I spoke to the engineer in the ministry a short while ago, we intend to build a berm, an open berm, and plant it with vetiver grass at an elevation so that we can prevent any flooding into the cemetery. The ministry have seen our design, they have approved it, We have already, as a matter of fact, up to yesterday, we asked the contractor to do a 10-meter sample because we have one of our geotechnical engineers on the island. So we just want him to do a 10-meter sample so we can look at it and make our comments and give the final approval.
All right. Now, one of the major points of flooding is the Humpback Bridge.
And one of the major problems we have, as you may be able to see in the script, is that the level of the water in the drain is the same as the level in the river. So as soon as the rain comes and the level of the water rises, it backs into the drain and causes all that major flooding in the road. In addition to the flooding caused by the river where the walls have not yet been built. And these walls are in package 5 of this project, which is now out to tender, which includes the replacement of the Humpback Bridge with a new bridge in this location, and the demolition of the Humpback Bridge on completion, because the Humpback Bridge in its present condition causes a lot of backing up and flooding of the area.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Now, today we received multiple reports of flooding island-wide. We've also been able to get some footage from some of these areas that were flooded. We now share a compilation of some of those videos for you.
Well, the water gets worse than I suggest. It gets worse. Watch, look at that. It gets worse. It gets worse. Busmen, y'all stay away all it is. Pass on top. Over Captain, I'm begging you all. I would like to see all of swim past the garage.
So if you're looking to go up to La Colombe, you can't go La Colombe. Look at La Colombe people on the other side. They can't even come down to get bus. Yeah? Yeah, these people they get stuck across. So even though you drop off here, you can't get to go up.
Because turning and go back, they're so scared. This is so, the water is so high. I don't understand. It's really high. And I think it's high because of poor drainage. If they had better drainage, then the water would be better.
This is what we're looking at. Because the water's supposed to be running straight down here. But the hence it went across the road. But it looked like these bamboo, the water, the pressure here and the cracking through the bamboo. The water might push these bamboo in the middle of the road in a shot. Yeah? Yeah, no, come.
One of the major areas of concern was the River Road area, the Humpback Bridge area, where you can see on your screen now. Students were forced to walk through that water, and in some cases, as you are seeing on your screen, had to walk on the side walls in order to get to safety. In my opinion, that was a very dangerous area for students of any age to be, as they were not really sure as to what the water pressure was going to be like. It was a continuous downpour of rain that could have easily gone south in terms of the level of the river rising even further. And I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was a mother and her daughter who had lost their lives in, was it in the Balthazar area? You know, sometimes you are not at the time thinking of the dangers of the situation. Look, you can see appliances, fridge, and all of that being carried downstream. It was a tough situation for the people there, I can imagine. But luckily, we have not heard any reports of anything major happening coming out of those flood situation that's been reported throughout the island. But again, this came like I don't know, man. It just happened so quickly. Today, we did not receive any information, any alert from the the disaster management agency or anything like that relating to what was happening today. I thought at least that, you know, it merited some sort of communication, in my humble opinion, just advising persons of what next to expect, or, you know, how they should respond to the situation that they were being faced with today. Or at least to say, hey, we are taking note of what's going on. This is just this is what we've been talking about. You can expect the rains to subside within 4 hours, or maybe you can expect it to be the same way within the next 2 hours or so. You know, just communication is key. You know what I mean? And if something like today doesn't warrant some sort of communication, I don't know what else does. You know, but again, it's good that we are not reporting any loss of lives or anyone being washed over by the rivers and so on. So that is at least good to know. We've received an update, in fact, from the Met Office now relating to the weather, and we would like to share that with you right now. It says here approximately 200 nautical miles east of Grenada. There's a tropical wave that is currently moving westward at about 15 knots. Let me see if I can get a satellite image for you. Here we go. All right. They say that convection activity, which is showers and thunder showers, can be seen on either side of the wave's axis, which is the black line that you're seeing on the screen, and in the vicinity of Grenada, as this latest satellite image reveals. Now, they are saying that an increase in cloudiness, showers and thunder showers already began to affect numerous parts of Grenada, right, today, with similar conditions expected to continue since the axis of the wave could traverse the state of Grenada on Tuesday night, which is tonight, into Wednesday morning. Now, there's a possibility of flooding and landslides in areas that are so prone. Therefore, there is a warning that is in effect. Now, the Met Office will continue, they say, to monitor the weather and will provide updates as necessary. One of the things that happened today as well, accidents. Sorry. There were, I don't know if I can count countless accidents. Here, there, and almost everywhere. Vehicles running out of the road. I know that there was one in by the Bolia area, one in Mount area, I think they call that area, with a bus that ran out of the road. Then there was one in Constantine. In fact, we're going to share that with you in a moment. I mean, numerous accidents happening today. This excavator is involved in a major pileup. Several vehicles involved in this. In the Constantine area, yes, we are not at this moment. We are not able to say as to whether or not there were injuries that were sustained as a result of this incident here. But as you can see, there were several vehicles involved in this one here. All right. It was just crazy, you know, crazy, man. So I don't know if the rain caused it, the visibility to be diminished a bit, resulting in people colliding and all of that. But there were quite a bit of accidents that occurred today on the nation's road. All right, this again is a big excavator. It's on a flatbed, it seemed, and it seemed to have collided with some vehicles there. Of course, we probably will see if we can get some more details on that for you and talk to you about it in our next newscast, which is tomorrow, God's willing. But again, we cannot speak to the injuries or so, if any, coming out of this particular incident. We are moving on. Death of a father and son has caused confusion, so much to the effect that one individual is speaking out about it. They're pleading with the public, especially villagers of Lamode, St. George, to stop spreading rumors that are causing more harm, they say, than good in their time of grief. Now, 4 days after the passing of his father, Matthew Durangid, the son of Ted Bidasi, was found dead. An occurrence that sparked rumors that Ted killed his father and took his own life. A scenario the family is dispelling following both autopsy reports on Monday. Sorry. Now, Leo Francis, who says that the family found it necessary to let the public know the truth behind the whole deaths, is speaking about this.
That there's a rumor going around Facebook that the son, Ted Bidasi, had killed his father, Matthew Durangid, and afterwards he committed suicide. Just trying to make it known to the public that please desist from this statement, because it's far from the truth. The truth is that the father died from a stroke. He was bedridden for 3 years and 1 month, to be exact. And the son died from a heart attack 4 days after. So we're just trying to make the public know that this is the facts, this is the truth, and please desist from this rumor, vicious rumor that is being spread on Facebook and by word of mouth.
Okay, now Francis says that the loss of a loved one is painful, and then the spreading of false information, as he calls it, makes it challenging for the entire family.
Well, in cases like this, the family need to come together and for each other, and we need the sympathy and support of the family and the citizens of the country at large. This rumor just doesn't go well. It doesn't go down well with people who is grieving. They don't do that. It's malicious, and we like it to desist from going on. Well, they're trying. This is the reason for the interview, actually. They're trying, and with all this stress that is going on, you can't really handle this rumor. It doesn't go well.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, to be quite honest. All right, so listen to this. Statements made by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell that the trade union movement was avoiding a meeting with the National Democratic Congress before the election. However, being ready to meet after the elections is not sitting well with the movement. They're not happy about this. As we join our colleague Tonya with this report.
Let's not pretend certain things. When I was leader of the National Democratic Congress, we tried to get meetings with the union leadership. Not a single one of them met with me. They run, they hide, they duck, they found excuses. When we wrote the Trade Unions Council asking for a meeting, the response was the request was sent via email. We live in 2022. The response was to put it on letterhead. At that point, I realized clearly we were not necessarily going in the same direction. They didn't meet, no hard feelings. When I became Prime Minister, they were happy to meet.
The comments made by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell at a recent town hall meeting. This statement, according to the Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, is seen by the movement as a move by Prime Minister Mitchell to score political points.
Unions also have a duty and a responsibility to engage with government, because government is also an employer and we represent the workers in the public service. And so that is our responsibility. That is our duty. But I believe that Prime Minister must have had, had an audience, and Prime Minister needed to make some political points and score some political mileage, which he did. I think we all can accept that perhaps we saw the initiation of our Prime Minister into politics in Grenada on that Monday.
A meeting with any incoming government, according to Hazard, is a norm for the union movement.
Nobody, no exterior party has the ability to determine for us that if you ask for an invitation to speak, that we ought to speak with you. You do not determine our prerogatives. You do not determine what happens internally and why or how we make our decisions. But our union never refused a meeting with Dickon Mitchell when he was then heading the NDC party. Other unions can speak for themselves.
Tuesday, the Grenada Trade Union Council issued a statement denying that they avoided meeting with the National Democratic Congress. According to the TUC, on December 1st, 2021, the president received an email from the personal email of political leader of the National Democratic Congress, Deacon Mitchell, requesting a meeting with them on either the 9th or 10th. 2 days later, the office of the TUC responded, indicating that the dates are not feasible as the executive had prior engagements and they will respond further. On December 7th at 10:02 a.m., the TUC office requested a formal letter as an email to a member and not the council will not be considered official. The statement went on to claim that on the same day at 1:21 p.m., the leader of the National Democratic Congress responded to the email stating, and I quote, "The formal letter will follow shortly," unquote. The statement concluded by stating that the TUC still awaits the same. Reporting for MTV News.
Thank you very much, colleague Tonia. And of course, here we go again. There are the lefts and the side and the rights, in-betweens and the ups and the downs, in terms of, what's political and what's happening in the political arena, who's got an agenda, who doesn't, and it continues to go on and on. I guess that's the nature of it, right? So the Prime Minister said his bit, and then we have Hazard saying her bit on behalf of the union itself also making its statement. Of course, we have posted the statement on our page for those of you who would like to read that in its entirety. So we neglected to tell you that formally. Of course, we have since we're using the word formally, we posted it on our page, but we did not tell you about it on our program in terms of how Grenada did the Miss OECS 2022 pageant. For those of you who might have missed it, we were second runner-up in that tournament. We were represented by our Carnival Queen, Queen Risa McIntosh, and she did well. She captured the best promotional video. That's right, best promotional video, Miss Congeniality, Best Talent, and Best Interview. Well, despite all of that, she was second runner-up. Congratulations, still, because that's an achievement in itself. Dress made by my very good friend, Kirk Sitahal. All right, Sitahal, what go on? I mean, I ain't hear anyway, that one boss. Anyway, lady, that talk. So the next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, there were talks, I think it was, today is Tuesday? Just about the weekend, that there were some fishermen who were missing, that was a rainy day and so on. They were supposed to return at a particular time. They didn't. The Coast Guard went out in search of them. The good news is that those fishermen were found. So we can all as well say thank God for that, all right? That the fishermen were found and they're all well, alive and well. Yes, that could have gone very badly. And it didn't. So thank God for that. Okay, folks, what we're going to do is take a quick break and come back. And when I come back, we've got the national report for you. And we've also got the weather, so stay right there. Listen, if you have not yet shared the business, share the business. You understand? There's a share button right there. It doesn't take anything from you. Just share the thing now, man, so that other people get to know that the business is on, yeah? And we're hoping to see you tomorrow, God's willing to it. Anyway, we're coming back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PT-INR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
The Blood Tour with Marvia Providence. Marvia Providence with a live band bringing you some of her newest and greatest hits.
If your hands are anointed, I feel like a running, skipping. I am a warrior. Full it with the Holy Ghost blood.
Join the world-renowned recording artist Marvia Providence live in Grenada on Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Venue, Gateway Conference Center on Maurice Bishop Highway, Grenada. Get your tickets at these locations now or visit www.grenadagospel.com. This chain-breaking praise tour is coming with a difference. Call 533-0099 for vending and sponsorship opportunities available.
Anywhere, at any time, and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
River Road flood mitigation engineer says issue of flooding will soon be a thing of the past. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
With the details to the news for Tuesday, November 8th, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Resident engineer with Beston Consulting Company, Winston Gabriel, says remedial action will soon be undertaken in packages 2 and 5 to resolve flooding issues in the River Road area. On Tuesday, following heavy rainfall, engineers and Ministry of Infrastructure Development officials visited the area of the flood mitigation project to assess the flow of the water and formulate a plan on the way forward. Gabriel explained that although all the walls in Package 2 are complete, the heavy flow of water in the river pushes the water into a nearby culvert and causes a rise. This, he said, can be fixed by installing flap gates on the riverside of the culvert.
Once the level in the river rises, the water will backflow into these culverts. However, we have already issued instructions and orders have already been placed for flap gates, which would shut the river off from coming into the culvert. And when the river level goes down, the water from the inside will just open the culverts and flow out. So all that backing up from the river will be finished. And that is your major problem in Package 2. And this is how we intend to solve the matter.
The other area identified as a contributor to the flood is in Package 5, close to the Humpback Bridge. Gabriel outlines the plans for the area.
The level of the water in the drain is the same as the level in the river. So as soon as the rain comes and the level of the water rises, it backs into the drain and causes all that major flooding in the road. In addition to the flooding caused by the river where the walls have not yet been built. And these walls are in Package 5 of this project, which is now out to tender, which includes the replacement of the Humpback Bridge with a new bridge in this location, and the demolition of the Humpback Bridge on completion, because the Humpback Bridge in its present condition causes a lot of backing up and flooding of the area.
The resident engineer spoke of work to be done in the vicinity of the cemetery and Spice Isle retreaters. He said government has already approved the designs.
As I spoke to the engineering ministry a short while ago, we intend to build a berm, an open berm, and plant it with vetiver grass at an elevation so that we can prevent any flooding into the cemetery. The ministry have seen our design, they have approved it. We have already, as a matter of fact, up to yesterday, we asked the contractor to do a 10-meter sample because we have one of our geotechnical engineers on the island. So we just want him to do a 10-meter sample so we can look at it and make our comments and give the final approval. We have had a meeting about maybe a month or two ago with the owners of Spice Isle Traders in which we discussed exactly what we are going to do. And at that point, they said they were happy that there was no problem. So it's just a matter now to get in the contractor to actually start the works.
Packages 3 and 4 of the project have already been completed, with packages 1 and 2 in progress, scheduled to be completed by the end of the year. Packages 5 and 6 are now out for tender and includes the replacement of the steel bridge and construction of retaining walls. Government is partnering with the United Nations Development Programme and other stakeholders to preserve and revegetate Livera Beach as part of the UNDP's Integrated Sustainable Landscape Management Project. This as concerns continue to heighten on the impacts of climate change and the effects of coastal erosion in the Livera area. Livera Beach is a popular spot for social activities and turtle watching, but has been suffering from coastal erosion due to climate change and sand mining. It is also home to a Ramsar site designated as a wetland of international importance. As part of its efforts to assist the community, several groups and organizations were involved in a tree planting exercise recently.
Livera is an important turtle nesting area, and beach restoration, ensuring that the rapid rate of erosion that normally takes place, especially around this time, is sort of significantly reduced. So the students will be planting along the high water mark in strategic areas to ensure that we have full coverage and soil erosion is reduced in this area. Sustainability is crucial, and by involving the student, we sort of create an environment for continued management of the trees and so on. That is also consistent with what they are doing in Tamsisi.
That was UNDP team leader Aidan Foto, who is also a sustainable landscape management specialist, demonstrating the proper planting methods. Claudette Pitt, who leads Specto, an advocacy group responsible for organizing turtle tours at Livera Beach, says the organization is feeling the effects of climate change and is happy that the move was made to plant trees.
Climate change is real, and the mitigation and the adaptation work that we have to do needs a lot more constant education and awareness. We hope that the more trees that are planted here, they will continue to grow and create some kind of mitigation to the rising sea level that is taking place on this beach.
Forestry Officer Dillian Palmer explained that the new trees will restore some of the vegetation along the beach, while at the same time acting as a buffer for the coastline.
This initiative is a good one because the tree planting initiative will help to restore some of the vegetation on the beach and also to act as a buffer to our coastal environment. As we see on the beach, it's been eroded, so this tree planting initiative will help to restore on the beach in order to mitigate some of the actions of climate change at sea level rise and other effects that may have impact to damage the beach in the near future.
One of the facilitators within the TA Marischal Community College's environmental program, Earl Roberts, says the tree planting initiative will give students a greater awareness of the value of the ecosystem.
The objective is really to allow for many of our students to understand the value of such an ecological location. Livra provides support in a social way, in an ecological way, and it's one of our pride locations on the island. And if our students can get involved to understand what's going on in that point and to be part of a tree planting initiative, I think that is an excellent initiative. So today it's going to be a mark in history, and we want to be part of it.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
The Grenadian General Insurance Half Marathon and 10K Road Race is on Sunday, November 13th. This race starts at 2 p.m., beginning at Current Junction, St. David, and going to the Karani James Athletic Stadium. There are prizes for the top 10 male and female finishers in the half marathon, top 5 finishers in the 10K, prizes for the oldest finisher, youngest finisher, and the school, club, or organization with the most finishers. Transportation will be provided. Register at GrenadaAccess.com. Registration closes Saturday, 12th November. The Grenadian General Insurance Half Marathon and 10K Road Race is on.
Butchers are being cautioned to practice safe slaughtering and handling of livestock, especially during the ensuing festive season. For years, interest has grown in people butchering and selling livestock to the public, especially around the Christmas season, and there has been an increase in this activity within communities as well as with unlicensed butchers. However, there has been a decline in calls for people in communities who would like to sell meat independently, which is worrying to the Ministry of Health. Health Inspector Kelvin Licorice says he is anticipating close collaboration with the farmers and butchers during the festive season for inspection and other services. Mr. Licorice was the guest speaker on the Next Chapter television show with Communications Officer Kevin Frederick.
We do get calls, but not as we expect. Because the thing is that some of the parishes, from an example, St. David's, in terms of the abattoir, it does not have an abattoir. So, in that case, you have what you call the backyard slaughtering. So this is where, the butcher, would actually go and, slaughter the animals and so on. But what we have been doing, we have been working along with the butchers. And, we have, asked them, whenever, they want to slaughter, that they call the health officer and so on, to do the inspection. The backyard slaughtering I'm setting is actually similar to the abattoir. In terms of you want to ensure that the flow, you actually have a smooth surface and a source of water. In terms of slaughtering of animals, running water is key. And we actually ask for water's supply, because that's water that's actually treated. So we're looking for a safe source.
The Ministry of Health has had a number of issues involving improper handling of meat, such as the exposure to environmental elements like dust, sunlight, and insects. Animals stolen for resale has also been a major concern.
One of the concerns lies in terms of you'll actually have the issue where, for example, the animal might have a wound, and it was actually not treated for that wound, and as a result of that, you actually have antibiotics. Let's say for example, in the tissues and muscle of the animal, and that have not been worn out, so to speak, and as a result, it's going to actually affect the public by eating meat that have antibiotics residues and stuff like that.
It is also recommended that butchers wear personal protective equipment when handling meat.
One of the safety techniques and measures is that they use gloves, and you can see the PPEs, which is the boots, the overall, head covering and so on. So you have to ensure that you have a new PPEs.
A new cohort of youth parliamentarians has commenced training leading up to the 2023 series of parish youth parliaments. In their quest to acquire more knowledge about parliamentary proceedings, the first-timers to the youth parliament, Kwesi Pope and Priya Campbell, spoke of their expectations.
From this training, I expect to learn more about parliamentary proceedings and to develop self-confidence.
I always have had an interest ever since I was a little boy in how government works, how it functions. The whole history of Grenada's parliament and our parliamentary democracy. So joining the youth parliament was an excellent opportunity for myself to not just learn and gain insight, but to know how Grenada's parliament functions.
A beneficiary of the Training for Trainers session, Amoni Francis, is charged with the responsibility for facilitating the ongoing Parish Youth Parliament training. Sharing her experience as a past parliamentarian, Francis says,
as facilitator, well, my job is to teach. I am technically a teacher, so I teach the same things that I would have learned about Parliament, how Parliament works, but I also try to make persons very good speakers in general. So we try to do a lot of impromptu speaking, just throw topics out there to them so that they are able to think on the spot, think on their feet, and just deliver something, say something just by thinking on the spot, just like that. So we do a lot of that, yeah.
A major focus of this year's Parliament is the Training for Trainers. Past parliamentarian and training facilitator Tessa Sincere shares her rewarding experience and role as a facilitator in the Training for Trainers.
And it has always been an interesting experience. Not every cohort you get is at the same level, and so it is nice to see at the end of it that you can actually bring up the participants to the level where they can stand independently and deliver a speech. This round is no different. I am actually doing the train the trainers first, and then they in turn are doing the sessions while I monitor, evaluate what is going on and help them along. So I've already noticed that we have some very strong speakers, people who have already been involved in debating, maybe not parliamentary debate, but in debating, so they do have strong speaking skills, and it's just a matter of getting them accustomed to the parliamentary procedures, the standing orders, and refreshing their minds as to how we go about doing this debate in that setting.
The upcoming Parish Youth Parliament series is scheduled to commence in December 2022. That story has brought us to the end of the National Report for today, Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisanne Mitchell saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne, and the rest of the GIS News team. And of course, we will now have for you the weather. And of course, we will pick up a few people on the program following that. All right, so we have received an update from the Met Office relating to the weather. So let us just get that for you and go through that right now. What we can tell you is that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and slightly hazy, with light to moderate, brief to scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder. There is a warning in place. Warning. You can expect minor flooding, small-scale slides possible in vulnerable areas. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius, winds northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that's it for tonight. Let's take a look at tomorrow. So what we can tell you here from the Met Office is that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to overcast, slightly hazy and breezy, with brief to scattered showers, which may be heavy at times and accompanied by thunder. Max temperature for tomorrow, 30 degrees Celsius, minimum 25. Winds northeasterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers becoming variable to calm overnight. And the seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And there's a warning for tomorrow morning session, well, during the day, in fact. So because it's going to be raining, you can expect minor flooding, small-scale slides, and that's possible in areas that are so prone. All right. So what else do we have to tell you? I think that's most of it for now. We are going to continue to monitor the weather and give you the necessary information. And before we go, we want to say hello to the folks who are currently on YouTube and Facebook. So Sharon, Vilma, Carol, Claire, Hazel, Zaka, Suzanne, Rolander, Java, yes, and the sharing committee, Kireen, Ezran, Joyous, Vicky, Shamin, Sharon again, Lintona, Mom, Celine, Charnel, Rose, and everybody else who's there. Eunice, did I say Eunice? You know, everybody else who's there. Barbara, and Suzanne again, Diane, Yvonne. So blessings to all of you, okay? Norman. Hi Norman, what's up? And yeah, all the crew. those of you who have shared. And Allah, how are you? Achi, how are you? Gravel. So, guys, take care of yourselves, and we're hoping to touch base again tomorrow, God's willing, all right? Avril and everyone, those of you who have not shared, Maria, I know that there are some of you who have not shared. Please go ahead and share the business. Of course, that's the only way we can get other people to know about the business, all right? So, again, we humbly ask of you, if you have not yet shared, and yeah, come on, I know that there are a lot of you who are tuned in right now, so just one share, and that will be appreciated bigly. All right, so please share the business. Of course, I know that you can do it. We have, what, 230 people here. If you can get one more share from you, that one share could be coming from you, that person who has not shared. We're asking you to do that right now. Let's go. One more share from one person, at least just one person who thinks, you know what, my share doesn't matter. We're asking of you to share the business right now. Somebody who has not shared. All right, we're asking that you share the business. Imagine that from your share, you will get somebody new to view the program as of tonight. And that's what it is. You know, whenever you're sharing, it gives other people a chance to see that the program is live, or that there's a program called Mikey Live through you. And you would have done, just through this one share, you would have done your part in allowing the program to grow into one new person, to grow into one new family. You know, and that's what it is about. So we want to let you know that whenever you share, it's my appreciation. This is the kind of thing that really keeps me going, you know, knowing that you do your part and I do mine. And at the end of the day, you know, it all works out for all of us. You know, so that's what it's about. So thanks again for those of you who continuously share every night. Those of you who are asking others to share again, the entire sharing committee, the entire team. We want to say thank you to you for so doing, you know, selflessly taking some time off your schedule to say to somebody else to share the program. You know how that means a lot to us as well. And so those of you who are there, just that's all we ask. Just one share. Just one share, and that's it, giving someone else a chance to view the program. So folks, take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and I am hoping to see you back tomorrow, God's willing, in one piece. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! Take care, guys.